Okay, so what kind of a glass of water are you having? Is it half full? Is it half empty? Let's talk about this in terms of swapping out no spend days. Jan, what on earth are you talking about? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More Jan channel. How's everybody doing today? Don't get me wrong. I believe that no spend days make a ton of sense. They serve as a great reminder. They serve as an opportunity for good, healthy discipline, the ability to say no in a positive light. And that's precisely what I'm bringing my point to. We could do things in a positive light. Now, for example, a long time ago, I didn't like the word budget. I didn't. To me, it just sounded so old hat, so restrictive. I didn't like it. And so instead, I would swap it out with the word plan. I would use the word plan, spending plan. Because after all, that's exactly what a budget is, a spending plan. But now that I'm older, I got over the fact that budget doesn't sound so bad after all. It's just a word, it's been around forever. And a budget is a budget, and a spending plan is a spending plan. And guess what? The two are exactly the same. So choose your flavor. But I think when it comes to this, it's a little different. Okay. No spend. Well, somebody hears that. Especially like if they're new to being frugal, to the frugal lifestyle, that might spell out in their mind's eye as something quite scary. No spend. What? Because we like to spend. There's something very powerful about spending. There's something very powerful about it. It's like, no, I'm using my freedom of choice. I'm making a decision, and I am going to exchange XYZ for ABC, whatever. So in some cases, it would be, in terms of dollars or whatever a coin type thing you're using in your life. It is an exchange of services. However, if you're on a very tight, quote, end of quote, budget or spending plan, okay, and many people are, okay, so it's a lot easier to swap it out for two other words. No spend, I will always refer to no spend, or I might throw these two words in also, okay. What two words, John, are you talking about? Get creative. What? Instead of having a no spend day, have a get creative day. You get to be, well, fulfilling the need to use your powers that are within you to get creative instead of spending a ton of money, let's say, on a weekend. All right. You may want to take every alternate weekend during the month if you're on a tight budget or spending plan. And swap it out for a get creative day. Okay. For example, that might be the day, well, I'm going to get creative and I'm going to figure out ways to not even have to go to the grocery store and start using up some of the stuff in your emergency stockpile. Start using it up, or the regular pantry, whatever you have, because sometimes it's just time to use it up and rotate it. And then the next time around, the next grocery haul, like in a few weeks or whatever you go, then you replace the stuff that needed to be used. Because nothing is worse than food waste by omission of checking inventory. I really believe that. We should all check our inventory, whether it's, in the cabinets right in front of us in the kitchen, or in that little locked away area of shelving for longer term or whatever. Sometimes things get too long a term. You don't even realize how long the thing is sitting there begging to jump off the shelf and to be used. It's there to be used. Our grocery stockpiles are there to be used, not to just stare at. And yes, it looks cute. And this, well, I'm going to get more into specifically my thoughts, my take on all that in an upcoming collab with of all people, the great Money Mom, Sensible Living with Money Mom Dawn. She and I are going to have a collab on the 15th the 15th of September. So be on the lookout for that. But that's its own thing. I do believe how we phrase certain things could change the way we feel about certain things. Um, I don't know. Maybe with some people, the two words no spend could scare them off from ever trying. We all know that a no spend couple of weekends out of the month will absolutely add up to savings if done right. If done right. Let's say that you didn't spend $100 extra over the weekend, but then comes Monday, you said, well, now it's Monday. Now you could throw it all away. No, well, then I'm not sure about that. But it is all how we look at it, okay? So you could substitute your own two favorite words. Now, there was another situation where a verbal swap out could make a difference for some people. To me, leftovers, the two words personally do not bother me. Okay? But we live in a world where those two words may bother some people. Oh, leftovers. I don't look at leftovers as a bad thing. I look at it as thank you very much for being there, leftovers, especially when you store them properly. That's the real issue. People forget sometimes to store their leftovers properly. I swapped it out a few years ago for other people, and I used the word do-over meals because you could get to do it over. You could take, let's say you had meatloaf for the original meal, right? Meatloaf and boiled potatoes on the side with some green beans. Nice, homey, old fashioned kind of thing, right? But you have some left, right? Well, I personally wouldn't have a problem because the next day I would make a meatloaf sandwich out of it, but that's me. But other people might, meatloaf again. So take that meatloaf and turn it into something that you could put inside I don't know, a taco shell. I mean, I don't know, whatever it is. Get creative. Turn that other thing into another thing. Okay, so it's up to us. And you could call it a do-over meal. Oh, okay. Tell your family we're having do-overs tonight. So somehow magically do over and seriously recreate that original meal into something else would be like a wonderful thing to do. So we could have more get creative days instead of saying, "Woe is me, I'm having a no spend weekend." There goes the bird clock. By the way, it's 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern on a Saturday morning, the week before you're hearing this. Yeah. Ah, very, very good. So I give myself a little bit of grace when I do my Saturday or Sunday shows. I end up, well, sometimes recording them a little bit later. Whoa, so late, 8 a.m. Instead of my, as per usual, anywhere between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. recording. Like, ah. But it's up to us. We could take something and turn it into a positive. If listening to the two words in your mind's eye, get creative day versus no spend day, that's great. I was about to say, before I was rudely interrupted by a bird, instead of saying, oh, what was me? I can't do anything today. That is all conjured up in our own mind's eye. Okay? Whether you use your cash, your plastic, whatever, that you just get up and live your day. Just figure out ways to do something without it being so costly. It could even be a reduced spending day. Hey, let's start with that. Okay? Because unless you're the type to go cold turkey on it, that's fine too. But whatever it is, sometimes people work better when they slowly dial things down, like in a gradual kind of process. I get that. I get that. That kind of sort of makes a bunch of sense. So if that's for you, that's for you. But the get creative thing, you could call some friends, have them come over to your house and just make a bunch of something with stuff you have already in your home or apartment. You don't have to call it in. You don't have to take them out to dinner. You get to spend time. The whole thing is, I always say this, if we could accomplish and get the same result without it costing so much extra cash. Why not? We are arriving. The whole trick of the game is to arrive at the same result. So let's say that you want a new couch in your living room, right? Okay, you want a new couch. But does it have to be from the factory couch? There are a lot of millions and millions of couches out there waiting for a new home. Their previous owner, some of them might have just got tired of the color of the couch. And other than that, it's in perfect condition. But keep in mind that if you get something like that from the thrift store at a fraction of the cost, it is still a new for you couch. It may not be brand new, rolled off from the factory, but it is new for you. And that's just the reality of it. It's new for you. It's something different. You still accomplish your same goal. You still got the couch, and just clean it up and maybe get an inexpensive but pretty sofa cover. There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back every single day. 5 a.m. is a brand new upload. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a carousel. Why do I refer to carousels so much? I love carousels. Anybody that's been listening to me for a while knows by now I love carousels. I think carousels are a work of art. I think they are beautiful. I think they evoke many, many fond memories for many, many people. And it's just a little bit of a happy place. There you go. Anyway, you have yourself an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care of yourself, your amazing family, and please smash down the like button. I really do appreciate that. Take good care. Bye bye.